All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. It's all praises to the one cause God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem in the name of Yahushai, being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace and mercy. To the hopeful elect preaching word and truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah, Lord will, with another video to edify. And you see if this get a little brighter. Yeah, that's good. I want to make this lesson going into Second Ezra, the 4th chapter, starting at the 44th verse, because we in the times now where prophecies are moving forward, right? Prophecies are moving forward. Things are looking like 2024. We might be out this bitch, right? We only got a little over a month and a half left, right? Well, it is a month and a half left of 2023. Right now, you're having more and more information coming out about how they're getting ready to shut down the internet. Right, net neutrality is getting talked about in the news again. Everything as far as the feminine of the word getting kicked in, these things are being talked about at large, right? For people to know, like this, the truth being readily available to everybody, just to scoff and act like they got all the time in the world to get right. That stuff's out the door. Then you got people like Nathaniel and his bugged out doctrine and the way he's been selling out for years, because he, the elder apostle Tahar just put out that video today with Bishop Nate talking about how he was told by a Christian pastor that the way they get their churches, they got to go to a Christian bank. And you got to bow down and preach how they want it. Now we see why certain things are talked about and preached in IUIC and all these other camps that have these schools and churches, right? Now we see exactly why they preach how they preach and how we preach how we preach. And because they compromise, right? They're compromised, we not. So all this information coming out for us to know that, hey, this is the time where the end is going to come. Remember, the scriptures say some should depart from the faith. Well, that's what's happening. And then they're departing from the faith, and they ain't keeping it 100 with the Lord, nor are they doing his word any justice. Right? These are all things that are prophesied before the end come, and the end is actually here. All right, we're seeing everything that spells out the end is here. Esau is moving quick as hell with his new world order plan. We coming to the end, right? So this is a milk scripture, but a heavy milk scripture, right? A heavy milk scripture, especially in these times, that should be applied to our understanding to get us in a mindset to get the hell up out of here. Get you in a mindset to take this as serious as possible and for you to push as hard as possible, right? This is the 4th quarter, and we only got, and we at the end of the 2-minute drill, right? Pretty soon it's we gonna be in those last few seconds and a tie game, right? Where shit is about to get tough, right? And this is why hell is getting increasing on brothers, right? This is why things are harder. Your day-to-day walk is harder. The demons on these people is getting reared up even more and more every day. I just saw a video where this demon ass Karen peeked into this dude's car saying, "Why are you buying his house?" And you saw her face, her voice, and everything switched up, because those are the demons that are prepared for this time. When they were here, when Yahushua was here, the demons asked him, "Have thou come to torment us before our time?" Well, we're in a time where these demons about to go fucking ham. So we're in the last days, man. So let's get this, man. This is 2nd Ezra 4 and 44. It says, then answered I started 43. It says, from the beginning look, and what thou desirest to see, it shall be showed thee. Then answered I and said, if I have found favor in thy sight. And that's what you got to understand. For brothers to have this understanding, we have found favor in the Lord's sight. The Lord said it to his disciples. He said, you are no longer servants, but friends. Right? Let me get that. This is John 15:15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. Right? Well, we understand, we know what the Lord is doing. The Lord gave us an understanding in these last days, and that's what we preach. We don't like this, like Paul said. He said, I fight as not as one that beateth the air. We know what the fuck is going on. We know what's going on. We know what we're doing. Right? So the Lord said he calls us no longer servants, but what? It says, henceforth I call you not servants, for servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I call you friends. Right? We're in a position to be friends with Yahushua himself because he's made known what he's doing. Right? He's made known the purpose of the Lord to us. Right? It says, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made them known unto you. And this isn't something that's given to everybody. Right? The truth was hidden from a large amount of people. This is why you have people bugging out, bucking up against the truth. Right? Having a problem, getting offended by the things that the scriptures actually speak about. Right? But for you to have a spirit that you don't get offended in these things and that you just take them, right, as this is what the Lord set up and this is good for me, that's an extreme blessing. Right? That's an extreme blessing and it's something to be taken serious. This is Psalms 147:19. It says, he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Right? That's a very special position to actually know what the hell is going on. Because there's many souls out here that don't know what the hell is going on, and they're going to die without knowledge, like the scriptures say. All right, this is 2 Ezra 8:62. It says, these things have I shown unto thee. These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee. Then answered I and said. So what? The things that he showed was what? The understanding of these scriptures. The end. Brothers have been shown these things through the Spirit, through men that the Lord set up. And now you have the understanding to walk in righteousness in these times. To walk with some type of understanding in these times. And these people don't have it. Right? This is Matthew 13:16. It says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they're here. Because what? These things wasn't given to everybody. So understand this special position. Right? So back in the 2 Ezra 4:44, it says, then answered I and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, and if it be possible, and if I be meet, therefore, show me then whether there be more to come than is past, or more past than to come. Right? He wanted to know, hey, is there more prophecies to come to pass? And what we've been telling brothers, and the apostles been saying it too, we only got a few more prophecies left. Right? You go to Bishop Nate, he'll tell you that you're going to get into the kingdom, and then there's going to be more prophecies that have to come to pass before you fully get the kingdom. Right? You got other groups sitting there not breaking down all the scriptures or giving you messed up breakdowns. Right? You had a man that called himself the God-sent comforter, and massive amounts of people followed him. Right? For you not to have gone in that way, hey, the Lord's showing you something. Right? So show me whether there be more to come than the past, or more to pass than is to come. What is past, I know, but what is for to come, I know not. Right? This is Sirach 36:6. It says, shew new signs and make other strange wonders. Right? That's what the Lord's doing. He's showing new signs and making other strange wonders. He's letting us see these things come to pass. This is why you have the wars and rumors of wars that are being propped up now. Right? We're seeing Esau getting taken out of his rulership position. This is a beautiful thing to see. Right? We're seeing the RFID microchip technology explode. Right? They're talking about thousands of people lining up for Elon Musk's Neuralink. Right? Wait till they blow that up even further to where they're sitting there talking about, hey, you have no choice but to get it. Right? We're telling you these things before they come to pass so you can prepare yourself. This is a blessing to understand these things and take heed to the warning. Because we at the end. This is it. This is it. There's no going back. There's no switching up. Right? There's no toning down. The scriptures tell you, as mighty archer bend to the bow and shoot at his arrow. Roughly paraphrasing, the plague return not back. Right? Well, these prophecies ain't gonna slow down, man. They gonna shoot till they go all the way. Right? This is the purpose of the Lord. It says, glorify thy hand in thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wonderful works. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's making these things come to pass. And what? He set up men to herald those things in and let the people know, hey, the Lord's hand is at work. The Lord's hand is at work. Yahweh Bashim Shai, right? Who the world really calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and his son's name, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, right? They doing this. They're doing their thing right now, right? Prophecies are going past World War III. You got earthquakes. You got this whole stuff with all the Arab nations, Israel and the U.S., right? And that's going to boil over. You got the 10 toes breaking apart, not cleaving to one another, having little infightings and spats. You got famine and pestilences raising up in the earth. A whole new money system about to come in, and this shit's about to collapse. They're talking about the debt bubble is so close to busting. The average person ain't looking for these things. They just want to sit here and feed their flesh. But for you to have this understanding and for you to look for these things, that's a blessing, man. It says, verse 47, it says, 2 Ezra 4:47, it says, and he said unto me, stand upon the right side. Right? And that's what we're doing. We're standing on the right side. There's another scripture where it says on the left hand where the Lord does work. Well, we're standing on the right hand where the Lord works. Bringing out this word, rightly dividing the truth. Rightly dividing the word in truth. Pulling out the entirety of the scriptures, not holding anything back. Right? And I got to keep saying it, man, because through the Spirit, he's getting brought up a lot, right? Nathaniel, he sat there and had that video come out where he was talking about all the wicked shit that they were doing during 9/11. How the cops were sitting there reaching into people's pockets, grabbing money out of wallet, cards, fucking people's wedding rings, jewelry off of dead bodies. He knew this shit for years, and he didn't say nothing. But you're supposed to be a man of the Lord. So if you let that shit slide, what other wickedness have you let slide? Right? The scriptures tell you you're not supposed to wrest judgment. So why are they all talking about the law? Well, where the fuck were you with the law in that time? You could have brought these things out. Right? Job 38:3 says, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand it of thee. And that's standing on the right side, because the definition of a man, according to the scriptures, when you go back into the book of Kings, right? When David was about to die, and he was given the throne unto Samson, or not Samson, but Solomon. What did he say? I go the way to all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the commandment of the Lord and all his statutes and his judgments. That's being a man. So to stand up manfully is to stand on the right side of the Lord. So back in it, 2 Ezra 4:47, it says, and he said unto me, stand up upon the right side, and I shall expound the similitude unto thee. So I stood and saw, and behold, an hot burning oven passed by before me. And it happened that when the flame was gone by, I looked, and behold, the smoke remained still. Right? And play this like a movie in your head. Like, hey, Apostle Gabar would always say, Elder Apostle Gabar would always say, he'd say, you got to have vision in this thing. Right? So put this in a vision. Right? Think about one of them old ovens, the ones you have to throw the wood in, right? And even in the scriptures, a lot of people don't know this, but they're called tandoor ovens, right? In the Middle East, that was majority of the ovens. It's tandoor ovens. They're basically jet ovens, right? And they burn up to, I think it's like almost 1,000 degrees, right? And that's where they stick the bread on the side of the wall and stuff, and it cooks extremely fast, like no more than 40, 50 seconds, right? But imagine an oven, the fire in it, loud, boisterous, right? But when that fire is gone, the smoke is still there, right? It says verse 49, it says, after this, there passed by before me a watery cloud and sent down much rain and with a storm. And when the stormy rain was past, the drops remained still. So think about that. Brothers have seen thunderstorms. Brothers have seen those real heavy thunderstorms before. What? But when it was all over, you woke up in the morning, you saw all the drops of rain still dripping off the house, even after hours after the storm was over. Right? It says, verse 50, it says, he said unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke, but the drops in the smoke remain behind, so the quantity which is passed did more exceed. Right? This was said in Ezra's time, but now we've way past Ezra's time. Right? The falling away didn't really happen around Ezra's time. The falling away happened in 70 AD, right? And now we done past the time of the Valley of the Dry Bones, because brothers are standing upon their feet, right? The breath has come back into us. The name of the Lord is here. Brothers are speaking and breaking down Hebrew again, right? We are worshiping the Lord in a place of drawn waters, in a place of our captivities. So much more prophecy has come to pass, even since Ezra's time. And now we coming down to the time where we only got a few more left, right? The mandatory mark of the beast, World War III, Jacob's trouble. There ain't too much left. There's not too much left, right? This is Romans 13 and 11. And it says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So if you know these things, right, you understand the time frame we're in, you understand that it's definitely serious right now, right? It's high time to wake out of sleep. Stop bullshitting. Get your hand to the plow. Get in this work. Dive deep. This is important, right? And it's crazy because if you talk to these younger kids and shit, right? They don't know shit about the Bible. They don't know shit about the Lord, right? You can bring up Noah and they won't even know even a story about Noah, right? You can bring up Moses, they won't know shit about Moses. My woman's niece, she's Issachar. My woman's niece didn't even know why the Lord died. She didn't even know how he died, right? She didn't know any of that. So the job of the prophets in these times is that important that we got to give the people the understanding of this word in this time. This is important. This is an important job, man. This is 1 Peter 4 and 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand, right? There ain't too much time on the clock. There ain't too much time on the clock. So take your time on the clock and on this court, right? While we play our roles in this thing to the best of our ability, take your time serious. This is important, right? Don't get caught up in the bullshit, because Satan's going to throw out all type of distractions, all type of shit to plague your mind and keep you from doing what you need to do in this thing. Just, fuck that shit, man. Any grudges, anything like that, fuck it, man. Let it go. It's far more important shit than your fucking grudge. Right? Just push the work. That's all we got to do, man. We that close. Just do the work. Do the work. The Lord is going to reward us. That's what we're working for, is the reward. Right? The disciples asked the Lord, he say, hey, we've given up all things. What shall we have? Right? They was looking for the reward. Well, you need to look for the author and finisher of your faith. That means you got to do everything that the Lord told you to do. Right? It's Mark 13 and 20. It says, and accept that Yahweh has shortened the days, and we're in the times where we're seeing shit just move forward. So the Lord shortened the times. Right? It's crazy that we're already in mid-November. It feels like this year passed by even faster than the last. Right? Remember, we're in the year that in a hopeful year that all the prophecies be fulfilled. Right? If that was the spirit for this year, and all these things started popping up, right? All this stuff started popping up and gearing up. Prophecies, boom, 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 big time, back to back. Not small things, not things that are working into stuff. I'm talking about big things have been happening this year. 2024 coming around, right? Shit might even kick off before 2024. They're showing, they're setting up barricades, right? In America, getting ready to lock down these cities. All these migrants coming in, it's just a matter of time to some type of false FLAG event happens. Right? And then to where they got a catalyst to fucking lock it down. We in those times, bro. Accept that Yahweh has shortened the days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he had chosen, he has shortened those days. Right? We ain't got that much time left on the board. Take this job serious. Take your lot serious. Right? You just do it to the best of your ability, man. That's all you can do. Right? Don't be sitting there with your hands in your pockets. There's a spirit put in you, and you need to exercise that spirit in the Lord. Because it's important, man. This shit is almost over, bro. But I just wanted to make that lesson, Lord willing, was edifying. I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. Shalom.